big breaking news. The Narcotics Control Bureau has given a clean chit to Shah Rukh Khan's son, Aryan Khan, in the alleged drugs cruise case. Aryan Khan, Vin Sahu and 4 others have been given a clean chit. All the accused persons that Aryan Khan and Mohak were not found with drugs is what the NCB has said. Let's go across to Arvind for more details. Arvind, the charge sheet has been filed. Give us more details.
Yeah, Gargi, the Narcotics Control Bureau has filed a 6,000-page charge sheet in this cruise drug case, wherein they have made 14 people as accused in their charge sheet. But very importantly, Aryan Khan, the son of Bollywood actor Shah Rukh Khan, has been given a clean sheet by the Narcotics Control Bureau. Not just Aryan Khan, even Vin Sahu and also 4 other event organizers of this particular event, they have also been given clean sheet by the Narcotics Control Bureau. We all know that the Narcotics Control Bureau of the Mumbai unit had arrested Aryan Khan, and he was in jail, where the Narcotics Control Bureau had invoked several stringent provisions against Aryan Khan, including criminal conspiracy and also including with the conspiracy to procure and consume drugs. So several stringent sections were invoked against Aryan Khan, and he was in jail for almost 1 month. But now, after a detailed investigation, the Narcotics Control Bureau has given a clean sheet to Aryan Khan, son of Shah Rukh Khan, wherein the NCB, the Narcotics Control Bureau, after an in-depth investigation, could not get any evidence against Aryan Khan in any of the sections that have been invoked against him. So that's why, despite filing a 6,000-page detailed charge sheet in this case, despite getting 2 extensions to file the charge sheet to complete the investigation, this time the Narcotics Control Bureau has filed the charge sheet, completing the investigation, but giving a clean sheet to Aryan Khan because the agency does not have any evidence against Aryan Khan. In fact, earlier Samir Wankhede was heading the Mumbai zone of the Narcotics Control Bureau, was shunted out of the Narcotics Control Bureau's Mumbai unit for alleged irregularities in handling this case, and that's why the case was transferred from Mumbai unit to the Delhi unit. So the Delhi unit, the central unit of the Narcotics Control Bureau, handled this case. They investigated this matter afresh, and after completing the investigation, the agency got to a point wherein they could not get any evidence against Aryan Khan, and that's why Aryan Khan and 5 others have been given a clean sheet in this charge sheet. So only 14 people have been named as accused or arraigned as accused in the 6,000-page charge sheet, whereas Aryan Khan and 5 others have been given a clean sheet.
Right, Arvind, and it was, a very sordid case. I mean, you were there when it all unfolded, the kind of accusations that were made, also the behavior of Sunil Wankhede. There were so many questions raised about the officer who was in charge of this case. What of all those matters as well? And there was so much back and forth, allegations of, witnesses, there were whistleblowers, and as to put it, since it's connected in a sense to Bollywood, a lot of masala around this entire case, and now a clean chit. So what about all those other matters that were also being investigated?
Gargi, there were several other matters also connected to this very cruise drugs bust case. In fact, a criminal case was also registered regarding against Samir Wankhede and few other NCB officers, alleging that they were trying to extort money from those people arrested in this case. So Pooja, who is a manager of Shah Rukh Khan, was also named in this particular matter, though that's a criminal investigation that is being handled by the Maharashtra police. But this NCB case is very limited to this particular drug bust that was reported by Samir Wankhede and his team. Aryan Khan was also arrested, and several stringent sections under the NDPS Act was invoked against him, though the NCB even at that particular point of time said that they did not procure even a single drop or single point of drugs from Aryan Khan. But NCB under the NCB's Mumbai zone under Samir Wankhede had gone to an extent saying that though they did not seize or recover any drugs from Aryan Khan, but Aryan Khan was very much aware that his friend is carrying drugs with him, and his friend was also accompanying him. That's why this particular drug that was seized from his friend should also be seen in the context that this was supposed to be used by Aryan Khan also. So that's how Samir Wankhede and his team was building a case against Aryan Khan. But after a detailed investigation by Sanjay Kumar Singh, the Deputy Director General of NCB from Delhi, his team went to Mumbai. They did an in-depth or detailed investigation. They gone into all those recovery and also the evidences and witnesses that have been reported and recorded in this case. Now they have come to a prima facie conclusion that they don't have any evidence against Aryan Khan, because not even a point of drug was seized from Aryan Khan. So that helped Aryan Khan in this particular case, and that's why the NCB has got to a extent wherein they have given a clean sheet to Aryan Khan.
Right, and Arvind, the reason this clean sheet has finally been given, and earlier as well, there were reports that he would be given a clean sheet, but at that time, again, officially it got denied. But today was the last day to file the charge sheet. They'd even got an extension, isn't that right? So if you could just tell the viewers about that finally today, the Narcotics Control Bureau had no choice in a sense, but to admit there was no evidence, they had to file the charge sheet. They'd already got an extension.
Yeah, Gargi, in fact, after the arrest of Aryan Khan, or after this matter, the NCB had this 180 days or 6 months to file the charge sheet, but they couldn't complete the investigation within 6 months. For the first time when they sought more extension, or when they sought extension for this investigation, they said that the investigation has been transferred from the Mumbai unit to Delhi unit, and that's why they need more time, because the Delhi team is looking this case afresh, from the fresh angle. So that's why they got the first extension. And again, when the matter was to be, when they were supposed to file the charge sheet on March 30th, again they got 6 months. They got again extension for 3 more months, and that particular extension was to end by this month end, that is May 30th, and that's why the NCB has decided to file the charge sheet. They have made 14 people as accused in this case, but Aryan Khan and 5 others have been let off for want of evidence, because what the NCB sources are saying is that they looked into the case from fresh angle. In fact they examined all the family members of the accused also. So every witness was, the statements of the witnesses were recorded afresh, and the evidences were again looked afresh, and that's why the agency built this case only from the point of view of credible input, or credible evidence based on which they can file a tight charge sheet, or a watertight charge sheet in this case. And that's why, for want of evidence, they didn't want to charge anyone with a reasonable doubt. So giving the reasonable doubt with no evidence in hand, that's why they have given clean sheet to Aryan Khan and 5 others.